Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report from Guerrilla RF, and let me tell you, the name might sound exciting, but are their financials just putting on a show? Let's find out if this company is truly a guerrilla force in its industry or just a flash in the pan. We're looking at their Form 8K filing, which is basically a quick update companies give to investors about important events. This one's dated March 27, 2025, so it's fairly recent. The main point of this filing is to announce their financial results for the fourth quarter and the entire year that ended December 31, 2024. It's like the company saying, here's how we did, folks. The report highlights the company's financial results for the last quarter of 2024 and the whole year. This is really important for investors because it tells them if the company is making money, losing money, or just breaking even. The key thing to keep in mind is that the report include what are called forward-looking statements. These are like guesses about what the company thinks will happen in the future, but and this is a big but, these guesses might not be accurate. The company is basically saying, we think this will happen in the future, but, and this is a big but, these guesses might not be accurate. The company is basically saying, we think this will happen in the future, but, and this is a big but, these guesses might not be accurate. The company is basically saying, we think this will happen in the future, but, and this is a big but, these guesses might not be accurate. The company is basically saying, we think this will happen in the future, but, and this is a big but, these guesses might not be accurate. The company is basically saying, we think this will happen in the future, but, and this is a big but, these guesses might not be accurate. The company thinks will happen in the future, but, and this is a big but, these guesses might not be accurate. The company is basically saying, we think this will happen, but things could change. Now let's talk about the exhibits included in the filing. Specifically, there's Exhibit 99.1, which is the actual earnings release. This is where all the juicy details about the company's financial performance are laid out. Think of it as the main course of this financial meal. There's also Exhibit 104, which is a technical file that helps computers read the document. We won't worry about that one too much. Alright, sadly this 8K doesn't contain financial tables. That's because it's just an announcement, not the full financial report. Bummer, I know. We all want to see the numbers, but fear not, we can still learn some things. Now let's zoom out a bit and think about what this means for Guerrilla RF. Unfortunately, without the actual financial numbers, it's tough to say definitively how well they're doing. We can't tell if their revenue is growing, if they're making a profit, or if they're burning through cash. However, we can still consider some general things. If the company felt the need to issue this report, it likely means there was something significant to announce. Maybe they had a really good quarter, or maybe they faced some challenges. We just don't know the specifics right now. Also, the fact that they included those cautionary statements about forward-looking information is important. It tells us that the company is aware that the future is uncertain. They're not promising anything they can't deliver, which is a good sign. So what's the verdict on Guerrilla RF? Based on this 8K alone, it's tough to say for sure. We need those financial numbers to really understand what's going on, but for now we can say that the company is at least being transparent about their future outlook. Now let's step back and give a general assessment of Guerrilla RF based on what little we could squeeze out of this filing. Assessment of company direction. Without hard numbers, it's challenging to gauge the company's true trajectory. However, the very act of releasing an earnings announcement suggests management recognizes the importance of keeping investors informed. This could signify a commitment to transparency, which is generally a positive sign. Notable risks or opportunities. The cautionary language about forward-looking statements hints at inherent uncertainty. Like any company, Guerrilla RF likely faces competitive pressures, technological shifts, and economic fluctuations. Conversely, opportunities could arise from new markets, product innovations, or strategic partnerships. Without financial details, it's impossible to weigh these risks and opportunities accurately. Clear conclusion. This 8K provides a glimpse into Guerrilla RF's financial communication practices, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. Investors and observers need to delve deeper into their full financial reports to make informed judgments about the company's performance and prospects. Thanks for watching Corporate Decoder. If you found this breakdown helpful, even though it was a bit of a treasure hunt with limited clues, please like, comment, and subscribe for more financial deep dives. Let us know in the comments what companies you'd like us to decode next.